Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We're going to jump back in the queue, as we always do at the beginning of these episodes. Well, usually. Yedidia? Ididia? I don't know. So, what are the attackers in this set? Xeno, basically. Hannibal is probably not going to be very good. I think you're basically just building Xenos and Tarsiers, right? With Steelforge making Xeno a bit easier. I think that we don't need that many drones in that case, right? We just need to tech up to Xenos. It's like, okay, Xeno is an absorber, and so you often want a largest number of drones to go with it, but we're not really going to build anything very expensive. I just want to build a Xeno and a couple Tarsiers every turn, and that only costs 13 bucks. Like, maybe a few more NGs, call it 17 drones, maybe? But I want to be building tech gradually on the way up, because you have to get the Steel Forge, like, after the Blast Forge. And the nice thing is, I can buy my tech in bite-sized chunks, right? Get a Conduit, then get a Forge, then get a Steel Forge, then get an Animus. And on each of those turns, I'll be able to spend my tech relatively comfortably, so there's not really any need to like rush up to 1,000,000 drones. I just want to start buying my tech. Do you get the Animus before all that stuff? It's kind of hard to tech while you're spending 8 a turn on Tarsiers, isn't it? Yeah, mostly the problem would be buying the Steel Forge, because you still have some blue on your hands that turn. Yeah, I think you want at least most of the tech. At least the Steel Forge, I guess, is what you want first. You could somehow maybe not get the Conduit first, although I don't think that's great. Let's just get the Forge and, like, buy the Splitter I needed to get, right? Splitter, Forge, Conduit doesn't quite fit. But Splitter Conduit I guess is okay, and I can get a second Splitter. It's not the end of the world. Oh, maybe I could do this. Next turn, I don't have to spend any money on my blue. I can click the Forge, buy Animus Conduit, and just be where I want to be. No, I'd be a drone short. Right? Animus Conduit, click. I can't buy another drone. Okay, so we'll just get this. Buy the crummy Steel Splitter. And then next turn we get a Xeno and an Animus, and we're set to start just buying attackers every turn. Obviously the second Splitter doesn't look so great because they're just walling against it, but what can you do? Might as well click these guys, doesn't really matter, of course. This plan feels uncreative, but I'm just gonna like hit one TT until I can't. There may come a time when I want to build a Rhino or something, but... So what's the damage here? I'm up 2 attack in exchange for being down 6 drones, but I'm also up tempo. Right, it's 2 attack and like half a turn, kind of. I'm also down some soak. I don't know, we'll see. Oh wow, more drones. I would have thought Gauss Cannon, but I guess no, the Gauss Cannon doesn't do anything this turn. Yeah, sure, buy drones, I agree. Okay. I don't feel so bad about this. It seems like a close game, right? We're both doing basically the same thing, but he has more drones and I have more attack. And I don't really care to do the math to see like which of those is working out better, like over what time period. But actually it's probably time for Rhinos to start being able to defend the Xenos soon. I could get 1 Tars here, but I think Rhinos are fine here. Make these Xenos uncomfortable. Six, 8, 9, 12. Yeah. So these Rhinos don't quite kill a Xeno, but they do kill all of this other defense. Third blue. I mean, my opponent has, it must be said, a shit ton of drones. Although I feel like you could just spend your green instead. But, whatever. Suit yourself. Yeah. I mean, I'm losing a Xeno, but that's what they're for. Not much point building a force field or a barrier or anything. They don't do anything. Second Steel Forge, wow. I mean, I'm soon going to be facing a lot more attack, of course. So I assume this defended correctly? Not that it matters to me. 9, 10, 13. No, you have to lose a Rhino. Or maybe you're just going to go ahead and lose the Xenos? This loses Xeno. Yeah. Oh, no, I am losing 1 attack, so you could lose... I think you still have to lose a Xeno this way, don't you? 14 is 7, 8, you have 6 left. Yeah, you still have to lose a Xeno. Okay, so this is like 11, but... what's 11? 11 is 7, 10. So I guess I'm losing 2 Xenos anyway. In which case, I might as well just lose them, not try to defend them. I don't know if you can do that with your blue. Oh, I am I don't know. It depends on whether you're willing to sack rhinos, doesn't it? Because I'm losing 2 attack here. So if you want to click Forge and buy Xeno, I guess you can. 5th blue. Wow. It's hard to imagine that this could be correct. I think you should be trying to buy some Hannibals, honestly. They would be amazing for you. I don't really have that option because my economy's not high enough, but you could buy Hannibals and they would be great. So I attack for what, 13? 6, 9, 10, 12. You don't have to lose any attack against 13 for sure. No, I think I'm losing here, like, a lot. Right, 6, 9, 11, 13. Okay, you keep an NG and all the Xenos. Meanwhile, what happens to me against 14? 4, 7. Yikes. 11. Barrier, I guess. Keeps a Xeno alive. Yeah, I just have no hope. Right? With they managed to get the Rhino train going as well, which was the only real advantage that I had. Six, 9. Well, we kill a Xeno, I guess, right? Small consolation that is. Oh, okay, fine, we kill a Rhino. Really should buy Hannibals. But fine, I mean, you're clearly winning, right? Okay, why am I sticking around? So... Ugh. I thought that because here I would want to spend my tech all relatively cheaply, that I would want a small number of drones. But I guess the problem with that is that there's decent absorb in Xenoguardian. It's fine. But also the attack is like especially poor this set, right? Tarsiers are like the weakest attacker you ever built, right? Because if there were anything better, they would be in the advanced set. I mean, obviously splitters are bad too, but like, if you look in advanced set and like there's nothing relevant at all, Tarsiers are the attacker you kind of would prefer to get. But they're very slow and not all that efficient. Xenoguardians are also very weak attackers, and they're good defenders, but they're as attackers they are weak. And so this set has a lot more defense than it looked like to me. Like, yes, I know Xenoguardian is a defender, and I often go high econ for it, but here I was like, oh, you know, just Xenos, and I don't want to build any other attackers, why not Tarsiers? And I can do that all on a pretty low economy, it seemed to me. But doing that leads to very little actual attack pressure, right? It leads to a very slow game. And in a slow game, you want more drones. You'll find things to do with them. You'll add extra tech. You'll buy Hannibals or whatever. get 4 blue. And so I should have... I think that I lost when I didn't get the 3rd engineer on turn 2. This got me to the relevant stuff pretty fast, but the relevant stuff wasn't putting on enough pressure to punish my opponent's slower line, and I should have just taken the slower line myself as well. And maybe I could have found a way, like... I think my opponent was not playing correctly. Made a lot, I would say, of errors after getting to this largest econ. They won because the largest econ was so much better than what I was doing. But if I had been in my opponent's position, I would have just had 3 blue probably and tried to squeeze in Hannibals along with Xenos. Like Hannibal, Xeno, Rhino every turn or something like that is like $20, and you can build some NGs or another wall if you get a 4th blue or whatever. But Hannibals would have fit in really great here. And maybe, if I had just done the reasonable thing of going high econ in this slow set, I could have beaten my opponent with better tactical play in the high econ mid to late game. But I didn't reach that point because I misread the set. Nope. Same guy, rematch time. Deadeye and defense grid, huh? Seems like high econ should win against a Tesla rush, right? Assuming you can actually get down the grid at all, which it seems like you should be able to. So I think we'll just both go for a kind of high econ thing. Deadeye's first, and then get a grid eventually. Drone counts after all that are like 15 after, no, sorry. Yeah, 15 after applying Deadeyes, and then like that's still enough to spend 3 blue if you can spend on sentries. But you'll have more because of the grid, so I think that you can get the grid after being Deadeyed. It'll be fine. Yeah, 3rd NG here, and I'll go for the player 2 Deadeye line, which is not 3rd NG just yet. And he's looking at me like, God, this idiot never goes 3rd NG. Does he even know that 3rd NG exists? Oh well. Maybe I'll spook him. No. Okay. But most Deadeye sets are also defense grid. Or if it's a Deadeye set, it's probably also a defense grid set, assuming that like they're both in the set, right? It seems rare to me that you would go for one but not the other, because your opponent's defense grid sort of encourages you to get Deadeyes and vice versa. Well, no. If your opponent is going defense grid, you are encouraged to get Deadeyes because attack will be weak. And, should you not, are you gonna try to Tesla this? Shouldn't you cut a drone for a 2nd forge? Yeah. Anyway, and if your opponent is going for Deadeyes, I guess you don't want a grid right away because, I don't know. It's not so much about like if your opponent wants one thing, you want the other. It's like if you want one of these things, it's because the set is a certain way, and that sort of encourages you to get the other as well. So, I don't know. Like, are they going to try Tesla, or are they just getting like a sentry? And then going into Deadeyes. They want the Tesla. Interesting. I think that's quite bad against Deadeyes because your econ is a lot lower than it would otherwise be. And also bad against defense grid because I can buy a defense grid. Like, sure, you make me take a break from buying Deadeyes, but that's not the end of the world for me. I'll just get the grid. Or, you know, if you get a second Tesla, yeah, I'll get the grid. And if you don't, I'll do something else. Like, I can spend this blue on, like, Deadeye Splitter or something. No big deal. Wow. That is a lot of drones. Did we buy the Tesla as engineers? Fine, I don't even want my third blue. So there. It was just there for insurance against a second Tesla. There you go. How are we on drone supplies, by the way? Opponent is out and I have 6 left. Opponent threatens 6. Against which holding Splitter is pretty comfortable, since I'm not attacking with it anyway. And Deadeye is, of course, also being held. And it might be time for a grid. Right? The thing is, if I buy the grid, they can get a Deadeye and, like, not click the Tesla and just be attacking for 3 into my grid for a while. Which I think is what they really want to do anyway. And they're not threatening anything dramatic like double Tesla, right? So I don't have to worry too much about weird stuff like that. I have 4 drones left. I could build another NG, I guess. Yeah, I want to make them commit to either getting Deadeyes, in which case I don't grid, or getting more attackers, in which case I do. This wall is dumb. It should just be a splitter. But the splitter also sucks, right? Maybe it should just be Conduit NG so I can get a sentry. And, like, I really hate that I'm floating all this blue twice in a row. But there's not really that much use for it, and drones are good. That's my opinion on the matter. But why get 3 NGs, right? It was because I wanted to actually build drones next turn if they click Tesla, which they should. They should click Tesla, buy Deadeye, buy what? Gauss cannons? I don't get it, actually. What are they buying next turn? Maybe they're buying a Tesla and something else. Tesla splitter? I don't know. That's weird. I want to make their turn awkward, but I don't understand what they're doing. Yeah. I don't need this many drones next turn, right? Let's just get another conduit. I don't need that either. I don't understand what I'm doing this turn. Okay. They're up to enough attack that I think it is now good to get a grid. And they're committed to buying attackers soon, if they buy this Animus. You gonna buy a second Tesla? That would thrill me no end. Then I can absolutely get a grid and just be very happy about it. Okay, cool. I think this is a good outcome for me. And, you know, bought too many NGs. Oh, no, I didn't. This actually perfectly defends the second Tesla. It's exactly what I planned. Obviously, this was my plan all along. You seem kind of over-teched, given that you have 18 drones and you're buying 3 engineers a turn. That's like 12 drones to spend tech on. Oh, yeah, 16 drones, even less. Okay, so we just have to weather the storm of these Teslas, and he'll wear himself out, I think. It would be nice not to lose this splitter, so I guess I could just build wall, force field, sentry, NG's conduit. Sure. Okay, the Sentinels are buying NGs for you, but you're floating all your blue. And you're never going to get a grid, right? I would be shocked if you could get a grid. I mean, I guess I'll hold the splitter here. He's not doing anything, and I might conceivably want to sack him for some reason. For example, on this turn, the splitter's not doing much. I don't mind throwing him away, I guess. It seems pretty far-fetched that you would get a defense grid here. You would have to buy literally nothing next turn. How are the energy supplies? My opponent actually has way more than I do. Because I've been buying them for whatever. I don't know. Not good reasons. I would love, by the way, to get some Sentinels myself, but I think I need to focus more on like actual good attack. All right. They forgot to have 16 bucks left, I guess, and realized they were way behind. If they didn't get a grid here. Also, wow, I like never attacked all game. Interesting. Not sure what happened at the end there. Like they just forgot that they needed that money. Like, was I in actually a good spot? Hello. Wall supplies were a problem for me. I don't know. I guess I was just going to start slamming a bunch of urban sentries and use them as non-prompt soak, but in that case, you know, what am I developing for my actual attack? Unclear. Let's look at like what kind of position my opponent was actually in here. It seems like they clearly made a mistake, but were they losing? I probably need MGs, not a conduit. Oh, and I should definitely hold the splitter, because again, on this turn, he's not doing any damage, and if I sack him, I can sort of promote him into an urban sentry by doing so, if I would consider sacking sentry otherwise. So let's say opponent does this. They're clearly not getting a grid, so like that's real sad. So you've made a mistake, that's for sure. I don't know. You just seem like grossly overtech, but I'm grossly under attacking, so I would still play it out from his position for sure. Well, I should actually be buying urbans because wall supply is an issue. Yeah, okay, something like this maybe. And in fact, I can again hold back my splitter. He's not doing anything. I can offer to sack him. And I didn't check. I made my opponent forget the grid again. But I think that it's sort of a pipe dream for them to get it, so... Maybe this turn they could, because they have a bunch of sentinels on defense. Did I not finish buying out the drones? Look at that, still 2 left. I guess this defends. You'd really like one of these, and then you can't get the grid next turn. So maybe you get this instead and try for the grid? Good work, Steel Splitter. Wow, I sacked way more offense than I realized I was sacking here. That's what these guys are for, though. Both of them just, like, soak machines, these guys. Okay, I don't know, something like this. I didn't math it out, but it seems playable. Can you get the grid now? You could easily get the grid. And where do we stand in a post-grid universe here? You're attacking more, but I'm up 16 drones. That's not nothing. I do get to add 4 attack this turn, which is pretty cool. But I'm losing attack too, right? Yeah, your Sentinel train is running out, and that was what was really, really helping with these Teslas. You have to do this. You probably want a force field so you can keep 2 sentries alive. Although, aren't I losing some attack? I am. Yeah, you actually don't need the force field. Maybe this, I don't know. I'm about to lose my grid. Urban Sentry supply has been depleted. What a game. Yeah, I think that 3 Teslas looks like it was just an overcommitment. My opponent is attacking for less than I am, and they're down 15 drones. And having to buy Teslas. Buy NGs for the Teslas. And my soak train is just rolling into the station, I guess. What's the play here? More of these. More of these. Maybe this instead. Okay. Oof. It's a bit awkward to defend without turning off a Tesla this way. Maybe I shouldn't have made him get the wall. But point is, yes, I am in fact winning because I can buy attackers. And I have like 1 million defense and 1 million drones. But it was a bit like, I don't know, there were a few spots where it looked a bit tough. But having skipped the Deadeyes was, I think, a really key mistake. Trying to Tesla down a player who's capable of getting grid and a bunch of soak while you have very few drones was just a big mistake. And this was the catalyst for quitting, but I don't think it was actually the problem. All right. Well, 2 games against that guy, it went 1-1. Fine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.